everyone. Welcome to Naturally Gated. My name is Jennifer Klitzke. This is Makana. She's my 16-year-old naturally gated Tennessee walking horse mare. Today I'm riding in a Fulmer snaffle, but with dressage riding with a snaffle bit, you want to ride with two hands, equal, even, steady contact. The horse accepts the contact, the horse accepts the bit, then the rider follows the natural head and neck nod. If you're riding with a curved bit and a long floppy rein, that's another story. That's not dressage. That's totally fine for the trail, but it's not dressage. If you're riding dressage, you need to ride with a snaffle bit, you need to ride with contact, because the hands are part of the communication, that's part of the aids. There's the legs, the seat, the weight, and the hands. We work with the horse to communicate with the horse, to help the horse improve rhythm, improve balance, improve relaxation, just improve and help the horse be channeled in the direction, in the tempo, in the frame. It's a constant communication, and if you don't have a contact with the snaffle bit, you're losing a connection. You're losing part of the communication system in dressage. There are other ways to train gated horses. There are other ways to ride a gated horse. If you're going to choose dressage with a gated horse, you need to use equal steady contact with a snaffle bit. Now, as you advance in your dressage with your gated horse, we're talking third level and higher, then you can introduce the curb bit with the snaffle bit. A curb bit and a berdoon is what they call it. So you're riding with two reins. You still have more contact with your snaffle bit rein than you do with your curb rein. You start with a snaffle bit, you train the horse through the levels to third level, then you introduce the curb bit with the berdoon, which is the snaffle bit. You still don't ride predominantly on the curb, you ride on the snaffle. How do I know I'm in a flat foot walk? Is because her back has motion that I have to follow. Feels more on the forehand. Feels more like the shoulders are leading the head nod. That's what it feels like. Now it's still a head nod, it's still a 4-beat gait, it's still smooth, but there's a lot of motion in the horse's back. So the rider has to follow that with their hips and their lower back. Right now she's heavier in the front, more on the forehand, so we use what we call a Demi Array, which is a lot easier to do when you're at a halt. When you're in motion, it's harder to do, especially if they're on the forehand. So the Demi Array is a squeezing upward, like that. Get off the shoulders, don't lean on my hands. So you teach that at a halt, you teach that in hand, then at a halt, then in saddle, and then at a slow walk, and then in motion. It's hard to do when you're already in motion and you're on the forehand. So keeping your horse in balance is very important. See, when I do a Demi Array on this horse, it throws her rhythm. All right. So it takes a while. Sometimes it takes a few steps. Sometimes it takes a circle before we get from the flat foot walk to the flat walk. So then it takes us a while to get back in the groove. That's been the challenge with us. I can do a Demi Array when we're at a halt or at a walk, but once we're in motion at a gait, it really throws us off. So now we're doing a really nice flat walk here. Feels balanced, feels rhythm, feels relaxation. I'm following her. She's staying on the aids, the leg aids, the rein aids, the seat aids. She's going in the direction, the circle, the frame, the tempo that I've asked for. She's doing great. So we've had several really nice circles. I'm going to reward this when we get over here. Good job. Good job. Keep going. Keep going. Very nice. Good job, kid. So like I said, for me, the flat foot walk feels more on the forehand, feels more like the shoulders are leading the head nod. That's what it feels like. Now it's still a head nod, it's still a 4-beat gait, it's still smooth, but there's a lot of motion in the horse's back. So the rider has to follow that with their hips and their lower back. So when the horse goes to the flat walk, the horse is lifted in the shoulders, more balanced, so more balanced, not on the forehand, more balanced. So lifted in the shoulders and then more engaged back here, stepping more under the body with the hind legs. So it's more of a back through the, when I say back, I mean it's more of an engaged hindquarters through the back, that's neutral, through the shoulders, through the neck to the bit. So the head nod is more coming from the hindquarters. That's how it feels. Now, I don't know if this is true or not true about the flat foot walk, predominantly from the shoulders, but that's how it feels. So when I transition from a flat foot walk to a flat walk, it's shifting from the shoulders to the hindquarters, which for this horse, it feels like it takes a while. It takes like a while, a few steps to half a circle before we get this apparatus reshifted so that our rhythm, our balance, and our engagement is coming from behind through the body to the bit instead of being pulled along by the shoulders. That's how it feels. I could be wrong, but that's how it feels. Now, when you're in the flat walk, it's smooth as glass, the horse's back is still, and there's really no motion to follow. It's not because I'm freezing my pelvis or my back, it's just that the horse has less motion. There, that's better, right there, good. So when she's there, all I want to do is relax, enjoy, and follow. My arms, my shoulders, my hands need to be relaxed. If I freeze my shoulders and my arms, my elbows, my hands, I'm going to send tension to her jaw. And then she's going to start getting step pacey or pacey. I don't want that. I want a natural 4-beat flat walk. Good job. So I'm going to reward her when she's doing it right. Okay. So my reins could have been a lot shorter. So there's a constant adjusting. So I want her to be smooth as glass, which is the flat walk. It's not easy to learn this on a circle. It's easier to do this on a long, straight line. So it's smooth. There's a head nod, an overstep. Now the flat foot walk, in my opinion, this is how it feels. There's motion in the horse's back. The rider needs to follow that motion in the horse's back. The flat foot walk has many tempos, many frames. It can look like a flat walk. Okay, so the flat walk is smooth as glass. It's balanced. It's engaged from behind. That's okay. Good job, Steve. There you go. Good. I don't know what you're doing, but it's not what I need. Yeah. Naturally gaited horses have a lot of gears. And you have to discern what one you want, what one they're doing, and correct them until they do the one you're asking for. So this horse, she's got bugs. She doesn't like bugs. Nothing I can do about that. Okay, so I'm riding her in a more of a shoulder out, which helps her get straight, gets her more in balance. Don't want you leaning. Better, right there. Good. It took a long time before we got into the flat walk, didn't it? Yeah, sometimes it does. So in my opinion, the flat walk is more of a balanced gait than the flat foot walk. The flat foot walk feels more on the forehand. That's what it feels like to me. That's my opinion. So right now she's in a flat walk. It's very smooth. She said she needs a break. All right, so we had some really nice flat walk there that was balanced with rhythm, with relaxation, with connection, and with contact. With her accepting the contact and me following the contact. So it is a partnership. Right? Well, thanks for joining us, and come visit us at naturallygated.com.